from BuzzFeed News. Haven't heard from them in a while, and this is precisely why. Here's everything there is to know about Tom Hanks' son Chet Hanks accidentally coining a white supremacy slogan. White Boy Summer was created to be fun, playful, and a celebration of fly white boys who love beautiful queens of every race, Chet said in a social media statement. So this is from July 4th, 2024. Several years later, they are still harping on this as their entire organization and, of course, agenda completely collapses. But my name's Eric. This channel is called Report and Opine. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'm absolutely begging you.
I'm begging you, please. Come on, please.
It would help me a lot, and it would cost you nothing. But if you wanted to help me even more and spend some money, you would buy my book, New York City 2020, Gotham Unglued, on Amazon.com. That link will be in the description. Back in 2021, Tom Hanks' son Chet Hanks coined the term White Boy Summer in a song that seemingly intended to capitalize on phrases such as Hot Girl Summer and Christian Girl Autumn that had been trending at the time. And for the record, Chet Hanks is pretty funny, right? He's kind of like a white he's not as bad as Orlando Brown, but he's pretty funny. He's kind of like Ray J.
So frivolous with your products, man. You're slapping the table, they're flying everywhere, you're tossing the glasses.
They're unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
They're unbreakable. Break them.
Step on it right now.
No, you step on them.
It's your product.
You step on them.
Go ahead.
Speedy, step on them.
I can't do that.
You can.
I bet you I can break these.
They're unbreakable. Speedy.
They're not unbreakable.
Speedy.
Don't tell me it's unbreakable.
Listen,
Don't challenge me.
Listen.
Don't challenge me, Ray J. I will break them.
Listen, Speedy, they're unbreakable. They cannot break. It's impossible. I don't care.
There we go. He's kind of like Ray J in the sense that I think he's funny without like specifically trying to be funny. Like he's not a comedian. He was pretty good in Curb Your Enthusiasm, so maybe he is trying to be a comedian.
Oh, look who's here, the happy couple.
Hi, everybody.
This is great.
Oh, my baby.
Hi, Mom.
Victor, my boy.
How you doing?
Okay, so this is our friend Richard Lewis.
Thank you for your service, bro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And our neighbors Leslie and John.
What a hero you are. Thank you for your
Please.
service.
Oh, thank you. The real heroes are still there, but I appreciate it.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah, grateful nation.
And this is our friend Larry.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's, you know what? I'm gonna excuse myself.
Victor.
But that aside, in a follow-up video, Chet set out some terms and conditions for using the phrase, okay, so if you're going to talk, you got to check in with Chet Hanks first. Quote, I'm not talking about Trump NASCAR type white. I'm talking about, you know, me, John B., Jack Harlow type White Boy Summer. So that was him saying, yeah, the guy, right? I don't know if there's any such thing as trying to act black or act white or whatever, but he's clearly the son of Tom Hanks. He grew up really quite wealthy, and he coined a term and is going to allow you to use it if you use it in the way he suggests, meaning kind of the white guy, the blue-eyed soul guys, right? The guys who are cool, man. So those are the types. No, nobody at a NASCAR. You can't be at NASCAR or vote for Trump and claim White Boy Summer, even though I could make the argument that at this point in time, I don't think Chet Hanks is quite stupid enough to be in the bag for Beau Biden like his father is, but that too is a different story. He added that a White Boy Summer is not about there being any ill will or prejudice towards anybody from a different background, race, or walk of life than you. So there. I mean, several times over, they've already admitted that this just isn't the racial thing that they want it to be. Of course, they turn everything into a race issue, but they've said now, he's literally said it wasn't like that. It was basically just a joke, and they absolutely cannot stand it. But despite Chet's clarifications, the global project against hate and extremism, some random organization said, we don't care what he has to say. It's still racist as far as we're concerned. The GPAHE that nobody's ever heard of before and probably will never hear of again, except for when they crawl out of the bushes to call something racist. Anyways, they reported earlier this week that far-right extremists and white supremacists have widely adopted the term in recent months. And again, you guys have cried wolf far too many times. It's just not working anymore. You can't call everything far-right, everything extremist, everything white supremacist, because, of course, that negates the real issues, the real problems, which are probably few and far between, and anything you don't like is just labeled those things. It's over. It's over. But BuzzFeed News, even as they're collapsing, are still looking to the, GPAHE, which nobody's ever heard of before, and I'm sure they are loving this spotlight that they're getting, like, oh yeah, we created an organization to call everything racist, and these people love it. None of it's real. I mean, bro, the government organizations are barely, the EPA, the CDC, those aren't even real. So how is some weirdo organization akin to the ADL or Human Rights Campaign or whatever, it's all completely phony and fake, and it's just an arm of the Democratic Party to make sure that you obey. In an article published on their site on Tuesday, GPAHE revealed that groups including the Proud Boys, which was notoriously spearheaded by a Cuban guy, like an Afro-Latina guy who's darker than I am, right? His name is Enrique Tarrio, but he's the leader of the Proud Boys and he's a white supremacist. And White Lives Matter, I didn't even know that was an organization, but quite clearly that too was coined by a black man, right? And Kanye West had the best quote. He was like, well, you know, for the past couple years, people have been saying that my life matters, so I figured I'd return the favor.
It felt like I saw white people wearing shirts that said Black Lives Matter, like they were doing me such a favor by having a t-shirt that reminded me that my life mattered, like I didn't already know that. So I thought I'd return the favor and let white people know that, hey, your life matters too.
Anyways, they've been using Chet's slogan. So the Proud Boys, which is an organization which may have been disbanded by now, I'm not quite sure. And then White Lives Matter, which I literally did not know was an organization. It was a t-shirt worn by Candace and Kanye. They said they were going to sell that they never really sold. And then it showed up on the aftermarket for like thousands of dollars. But that aside, they have been using Chet's slogan to spread propaganda, recruit new members, and facilitate targeted hate campaigns, including acts of vandalism and hate incidents. Okay, hate campaigns and hate incidents and vandalism. Bro, that's quite literally you guys. You destroyed Lower Manhattan back in the Summer of Love. You spray painted everything. You burned up Wendy's and then point the finger directly across the aisle because somebody has a flag that says White Boy Summer.
I'm losing my patience.
Just last month, podcaster Jack Posobiec, who the Southern Poverty Law Center has linked to white supremacy, and here we go again. So the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is akin to the ADL, and this GPA, I don't even remember, group, whatever, some weirdo, and these people, I guess, get money somehow? Are people still falling for this? How are any of these organizations still operational? But the Southern Poverty Law Center, who has linked to white supremacy, so the SPLC linked Jack Posobiec to some white supremacist who was seen waving, but of course, that's just your term. Did those people come out and say, I'm a white supremacist, it's White Boy Summer? I highly doubt it.
What, you lost, boy? Move on, boy. We don't like your kind around here.
You better get out of here before something bad happens.
That's right.
This is just you labeling people in an effort to discredit them, but you're really only discrediting yourself. They linked him to white supremacists, was seen waving a banner with the words White Boy Summer written on it at a conservative group meeting in Detroit where former President Donald Trump was a keynote speaker. You see that? Oh, look at that. Donald Trump was there. This is, bro, you guys you're batting at the, they just cycle through like 8 to 10 excuses for why they're completely collapsing and then ask Bo Biden and the, I guess, Democratic supporters, well, should he stay in the race? Well, you've already lost. Unless, I mean, the amount of fortification needed for this one is just going to be astronomical, and the media knows it now because they can't do it twice in a row, but that's a different story. Thousands of posts using the term White Boy Summer have also been documented on Telegram, a platform known for its use by extremist groups. This year, with the New York Times, the New York Times, adding that the term now, the New York Times is going to tell you what the phrase means now, okay? It represents an unapologetic embrace of white heterosexual masculinity, often at the expense of women and people of color. And look, that first part is probably true. Who cares? An unapologetic embrace of white heterosexual masculinity. Yeah, white boy summer. Take your shirt off, get on the boat, go in the lake during the summer. Who cares? But then the second clause, they just completely threw in there. They made it up. Often at the expense of women and people of color. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, what's actually happening, right? They will never explain that. But some people wear it and believe this to be true.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
What did you do? Often at the expense, right? What did you? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what did the big scary mean white man tell the people of color and the lady who that was at their expense? They were the butt of a joke in order to promote white boy summer. What the hell are you guys talking about? But those are the things that they throw in the ether, and then people are like, oh yeah, there was like something kind of racist, but they will never explain it. And we see it we see it all the time when the people out, millions of men on the street videos on YouTube, and as soon as somebody is asked to explain their position, they gotta go.
Your numbers are wrong, and I'm Biden all the way.
Right on. And do you mind if I show you the Border Patrol numbers on my phone? No? Makes sense. So queer men can menstruate?
Any men who have a uterus could menstruate.
A man has XY separate chromosomes. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. I apologize. But you're incorrect, because we're talking about anatomy, biology. Like, if you were to have surgery, they need to know what sex you are. So women, that's why she ran off.
No, I said I was crossing after the next flight.
This is very serious what's going on in America.
This is Chet's. White Boy Summer was created to be playful. Yeah. So it was a joke, bro. That's the bottom line. In a statement that was posted to his Instagram page on Wednesday, Chet wrote, White Boy Summer was created to be fun, playful, and celebration of fly white boys who love beautiful. Anything else that it has been twisted into support any kind of hate or bigotry against any group, but that's just the media, right? I mean, Jack Posobiec, he's the one that's twisted this meaning. It's you guys who have twisted the meaning of the term White Boy Summer, and the people who made flags that said White Boy Summer. You guys are the ones manipulating that. That's not Chet Hanks. That's not Jack Posobiec. But I guess this is them in an effort to get Chet Hanks to apologize for a phrase that he coined several years ago. And shout out to Chet, because I think they tried to get him to apologize for something else he did even further back, and he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I think that was, I think that was, and they mentioned it in this article where he used a patois. He goes, I can't, can I do it? Like, like Caribbean vibe, island vibe, like Flatbush, Brooklyn. I can't really do it. But the point is, he used an accent which apparently was offensive, and some talk show host lady said, are you going to apologize for that? And he said, no.
Are there any marginalized communities you want to apologize to? I don't know, maybe the patois community?
Nah.
But that's a little bit of a different story. Anything else has been twisted to, okay, any group of people is deplorable, and I condemn it. I hope that we can spread love to each other and treat each other with kindness and dignity. Over the years, Chet himself has been the center of racially loaded controversy that you guys created, including when he defended repeatedly using the N-word in 2015. Okay, so I like how this White Boy Summer thing is bigger than him using the N-word, because they literally will cry and create criminals out of somebody who's not of the correct persuasion using the N-word. But that's too old, so now we have to use, that was from 2015, so now we have to use something from 2021 to smear him and the entire population who doesn't buy our nonsense. This is just bizarre, okay? Claiming that it unifies the culture of hip-hop across all races, which is kind of true, but most, like, I think a lot of hip-hop rappers, whatever, it's going by the wayside, for the record. I mean, country music is clearly taken over. You got Shabuzi and Beyonce and all this stuff, and rap music hasn't been good since 2017.
She said, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
But I digress. Chet has also been accused of cultural appropriation in the past, including speaking Jamaican patois during public appearances, most notably when he accompanied his dad to the Golden Globes. So, yeah, this is them in the throes of like some sort of weird race baiting depression, trying to get you to, I guess, not disown, but like condemn Chet Hanks and condemn Jack Posobiec. And they create all these links where there are no links because that's just how desperate they have become.
I just know a couple things, couple 2-3 things. Tings, you know what I mean? Couple 2-3 things.
Bombo clad.